Let's wax about Stevie Wonder's Innervisions. Released August 3rd, 1973, Innervisions is the 16th album from singer-songwriter multi-instrumentalist Stevie Wonder, produced by Wonder and the production team of Malcolm Cecil and Robert Margalith. Having been signed to Tamla Motown since the age of 11, Stevie Wonder was a bona fide child star. Growing up in the public eye, Stevie was a part of the Motown machine. While a successful machine, it left very little for individual artistic freedom, a thing that Stevie felt he sorely lacked. After witnessing the success of the fight that Marvin Gaye put up for his release What's Going On, and knowing that his contract was to expire on his 21st birthday, Stevie Wonder ran out the clock and promptly disappeared. Unbeknownst to Motown, Stevie headed to New York with a head full of fresh ideas. He was highly influenced by a band, Tonto's Expanding Headband, a duo consisting of Malcolm Cecil and Robert Margalith. The two used the latest in technology, the synthesizer, to create their albums. Comprised of modules and parts from synthesizer manufacturers Moog and ARP, the duo created a monstrous supersynth, calling it the original New Timbre Orchestra, or Tonto. Stevie was enamored with the sound and wanted to incorporate it into his new concept of speaking on the times they were in, a thing Motown often steered clear of. Working with Cecil and Margalith, the team produced enough music to fit 2 albums. With that in the can, Stevie went back to Motown to renegotiate his contract. The renegotiated contract was a game changer. Not only did he get a higher royalty rate, but now he had the freedom to be as creative as he wanted. With the release of 1972's Music of My Mind and Talking Book, Stevie's gamble paid off, as the albums, especially the latter, would ascend the charts. Helped by a tour with the Rolling Stones, Talking Book further crossed them over into popular music territory. The trio returned to the studio for the follow-up. A brilliant set of tunes, Innervisions was Stevie at his most introspective and assessing the times in a catchy yet dramatic and impactful way. From the jazzy drug warnings in Too High, the epic funk operetta of Living for the City, the gospel tinge of Jesus Children of America, and the high energy optimism and soul searching of Don't You Worry About a Thing and Higher Ground, Innervisions was a personal statement to the max. Essentially playing every instrument on the record, much like the ones preceding it, Stevie exemplifies the one-man band trope, which we would see in future artists like Shuggie Otis, Prince, and many others. 3 days after the album's release, Stevie would almost lose his life in an automobile accident involving a logging truck. The logging truck slammed on its brakes and the car that Wonder was in would slam into it. A log would go through the windshield and hit Stevie in the head. He would suffer contusion and would be in a coma for 4 days. After friend Ira Tucker garnered a response from him in the hospital after singing the song Higher Ground, Stevie began the long road to recovery. He would temporarily lose his sense of smell, alongside a host of other ailments. However, he still could play music, and the accident appeared to have a deeper spiritual effect on his thought process. By 1974, he would tour Europe to support the album and cap it off with a show at Madison Square Garden, the last remaining show of the canceled tour based on the accident. It was a sellout success, and Innervisions would become a hallmark in what is known as Stevie Wonder's golden period. More albums would follow. The release of Fulfillingness's first finale and the subsequent album, Songs in the Key of Life, would cement Stevie in the record books for life. With his newfound freedom, Stevie could clearly see his innovative future. No pun intended. Innervisions, while a piece of the puzzle, is truly a cornerstone. Waxed!